There's no longer white-collar jobs. They are nowhere to be found. The population is increasing on a daily basis, and the government cannot provide all the needed jobs for the bulging youths.
It's the doctor that the patient has to get a prescription for. The reason is that when the patient comes, the patient gets a card and is directed to see the physician.
Not that I mean to undermine polytechnics, they do a good job, but university education is actually more valuable.
Good day and welcome, viewers. I am delighted to welcome you to this week's edition of Crossfire, reaching you from the ACNNTV. I am Olusegun Akinola. Remember, Crossfire is a program that treats controversial topics on diverse issues surrounding our society. And our focus this week is on relationships. For some, they think that relationship is important mainly because of money. And without money, their relationship will fall. On the other hand, some people think that love is actually more important. And the reason being that money can't buy love. And love is what makes the world go round. So we shall dig into this topic today, love and money, which is more important in a relationship. I have with me in the studio today, Mrs. Noma Odo, who will be supporting the motion that love is more important than money. She is an information and public relations officer. I also have with me Mr. Oluwafewa Oredugba, who is a businessman and an entrepreneur who will be opposing the motion, saying love is more important than money. So he will be supporting the fact that money is more important than love. I think we can get right into our discussion. For Mr. Fewa, let me start with you. Why do you think money is more important in a relationship? Don't you think that that is kind of superficial? I mean, people will say, or even the Bible says that money is actually the root of all evils. So why do you think money is?
Well, I want to correct you there. The Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil.
Okay, thank
so
you.
that being said, money is very, very important. If you don't have money, you can't do many things.
Okay.
It's not superficial. In a relationship, when you have money, you can buy yourself things. You can be happy. You know, there are many homes where the lovers, well, we could say practically died off. But because there is money there is peace of mind. People can take themselves out and treat themselves and be happy. So money is very, very important in a relationship. We're not talking about love here because, you know, love dies at some point. Love could die, but money is money. When you have money, you know, you are happy. You know, it's very important to have money, please.
Okay.
Very important.
Okay. This is normal. I'm sure you want to dig into that. You said with money, you have peace of mind. So for you, why do you think love is more important?
Love, its own definition. Love has to do with that innermost feeling, that feeling you have for somebody. So when you love somebody, actually, I know you can go to any mile for that person. Even let's see it from also the biblical point of view. In 1 Corinthians 13, from 1 to 13, it really spends time to dwell on that topic, love.
Okay.
And it said, according to I think verse 13 said that hope, faith, and love, the three things will last forever. But it still said that the greatest, it's love. And all the parts of the Bible, what it talks about is God's love. God's love. I never saw God's money. And I also can remember, if you stretch back to Matthew, Matthew 22, 26 to 30, I think he also dealt with telling us that you should love your God, love your God. The second part of it also talked about that you should also love your neighbors. Okay. That's on these two.
Hang all commandments.
And the
But I have to also interject here. Because when you say this love thing is what the Bible is preaching, yes, the Bible also says give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. So if you have money, this thing you say about going the extra mile, use money to go the extra mile for the person. These are the things you have to.
When you have love for somebody, you can actually go to that end to meet up with that. When you love somebody, actually love somebody. Okay, let's take for instance now. you have all the money in the whole world. I live with you. All you do, I can fly to this country, go to this one, go to this one. It doesn't end at that. There are times I need you. There are times I need you.
Money will give you that love.
No.
That's what I'm telling
No.
you. The people of the world that have money are loved by many.
You know-
Why? Because they have deep pockets. So even though the
You know
love
what
may
some
be
people
superficial, at least you still have people that love you, and you can buy the love with money.
In relationships and marriage, you know what I've seen happen in this context? You might give me all the money. But what I will now do, I'll use that your money and get somebody else.
The fact is that the
because, you
person
know-
spending the money does not care. What he wants is that
No,
enjoy
you
the
care-
money,
you care
spoil
at
yourself
time.
with the
Okay.
money
You
and
care
throwing
at
at you.
time.
That's what we want. You know?
No, you will care at a
We'll
time.
dig into that a little bit more. You know, they say love means different things to different people. Now, he is trying to explain that, yes, even with the money, you can actually get that attention, get all that you need. Do you think money can actually solve many of these issues within a marriage or within a relationship?
Well, yeah, when you love somebody, both of you can actually come together and work things out. Okay, let's say if a man is a breadwinner, if something happens, where there is love, the woman takes over. You may not actually know that it's that woman carrying the home.
Okay.
But if there's no love, the outsiders, the whole world gets to know that actually this is the person. Maybe the man will now be reduced to nothing. But if there is money, one thing about money, just like in this regime we are, the money, it's not flowing as it used to flow.
Okay.
So if that's a marriage or relationship is banked on that money, a lot of people will be having issue now.
Yes.
But what keeps most homes going forward, it's that there's that foundation of love. I actually love this person when this person had nothing. So when the money came, the money enhanced, whatever. But the money shouldn't be the foundation, the roots.
So which one
Of any
wears
home.
out? Don't you think love wears out before money itself?
That's the point.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Fewa, maybe you can.
No, you know, one thing I want, I'm really, I want to drive home here is the fact that love is. I'm not saying love is not important, but money is more important. If you have money, love will come. If you have love, money may never come. But if you have money, love will come. People will love you. There are many people that have money, people that the Dangotes, the $10 when they are marrying. You see them marrying people that love them. Why? They have the money.
I beg
So,
to
you know,
disagree. They won't love you. They will be infatuated about you, or they will admire
But the
you.
fact is that such marriages
don't
last
love you.
longer. That's
They
the
don't
funny
love
thing.
You're trying to say it's deceptive.
It's
in many ways.
deceptive.
Yeah.
I
It's
disagree.
not love.
I disagree because when you're talking of old money, when we, in the context of when you're talking of new money and old money are people that have had money over generations and generations. And the fact is that many of the men that started these generations, had money. They had deep pockets. And up till today, those families are still in existence.
Okay.
We are not talking about, because that man had love. That was why his generation is being talked about today. We talk about old money, not old love. So money is, you
So
understand what
why
I'm
is it
saying?
that we celebrate St. Valentine's Day? We don't celebrate Money Day.
Because every day is
Money
money
is
day.
not important.
Every day is money
It's not
day.
important.
Love is celebrated once a year, but love is celebrated. Money is celebrated every day of the year. Every day you are buying things. You are spending money every day. Love, you may not show love today, but you are spending money today.
And
So
it will just cover.
No,
Okay, Mrs. Norman, let me now twist it a little bit. How do you actually, will I say, maintain or service your relationship without money? If you just say it's love, it's love, it's love. So how do you actually maintain the relationship?
A relationship, once there's already trust, that it's love in it. I'm not saying that money is totally ruled out.
Yes.
But I'm saying it should not be the focal point
Okay.
of being there for somebody and you
Exactly.
people sharing things in community.
Yeah.
When you love somebody, whatever the person says, and and apart from the love, it should also be built. It should also be built on the foundation of God. You people are easily carried along. You people agree on things. Nobody is a slave in the relationship.
Okay.
Everybody. And one thing about love, it shouldn't be one-sided.
Yes.
The problem when it's one-sided, it becomes an issue because like a rubber band, when it's stretched, if it's not stretched in the same size, if you're the one stretching harder, that means you're not the one that is going extra mile. This person is not moving that direction with you.
Okay.
But when it's equal, you can get to any length together. Even the money, the way it comes, you will even be surprised. Because both of you have the same thoughts. You people agree on the same things. You pray together. You do things together. Things sort out itself without you going to go and do things that are odd.
Not just dwelling on that deceptive money that might just come.
No, they'll just come and flash.
My people say one thing, and I'm going to have to use Yoruba to say it now. My people say they say olowo lo man shore olowo and otoshi lo man shore otoshi. In other words, the rich befriend the rich and the poor befriend the poor. So you see the rich getting richer. At no point do you have somebody in a relationship and you say, "Oh, what am I going to eat today?" Oh, love. No. You when there's money, even if let's assume that a couple there's no money and they love themselves deeply. At some point, if maybe they win the jackpot or something, they're happier. That tells you that money makes you happy. Money is important.
And it fuels the relationship too.
It doesn't just fuel. It is fuel for the relationship. You understand what I'm saying?
Mr. Oluwafere, and I ask you this. The Bible says money answereth all things. It answers everything. So do you think that a relationship will only last when there's money?
No, I'm not saying that money is all that matters.
Okay.
But it's like the very, very important thing. Couples fight. One of the major things that couples fight about is not about love. Couples fight because of money. So when there is no money, it's very easy for a relationship to break apart because your needs are not being met. You have bills to pay. So if you sit back and say, okay, well, love is good. No, yes, love is good, but money is importanter. It's important like that.
Okay.
Money is it's good to have money in a relationship. You're happy. You have peace of mind at some point. But however, I'm not advocating for only one party to be the money bag.
Yes.
I'm advocating for both parties to actually have money. Because when both parties have money, this person can decide, today I want to surprise my partner, I want to take you out of the country.
Exactly.
When there is money, you can do the unthinkable. You can, you're happy.
You're happy. Now, Mr. Nama, he said something now. I want you to just react to that. He says, couples don't usually fight over love. They fight over money. I don't know if you agree with that.
No,
Okay.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
Because a man, no matter, if they don't fight about love, as a woman, let a man actually, a real Nigerian man, see you at a wrong position with another man. It's not the love you will start fighting for. With this, it will get sad. His face will just change, He will start reading meaning, even there might be nothing happening. But because this is his own person, why would this man be holding on to his person? So is it money he's fighting, but just like the way he has seen his wife and someone sitting, they might just be having a lunch, it can be colleague.
This is common with in a relationship where the husband is either very rich and the wife is not that rich. If a man, or you can't imagine an Otedola and his wife fighting because it's not possible. Or a Dangote fighting another woman, another man touching his wife. It's not possible. They will settle their quarrel in the room. Why? Because money makes you think different. You think different from every other person. When you have money, even when nonsense is going around, you look around and say, no, I'll deal with that later. Because why? You have money.
But some of all those known names upon the money, their marriages are crashing.
Okay.
So what's now causing it?
Are we talking new money or old money? Because old money's marriages have not crashed. New money is the one that just got money,
But how do you now value? How do you rate?
Money.
Yes. How do you rate riches now or money? Because there are some who will say, well, by my own standard of living, maybe you earn 50,000 or 100,000. I don't know if now you qualify that as being rich.
The fact is that for those that marry for love and for those that marry because of money, both relationships scatter. So there is no yardstick for you to say, okay, this relationship scattered because of love or because of money.
Yeah.
But the truth is that when there is money, people tend to stay longer when there is money because, if I leave this man now, then I may not get this benefit.
Yes.
If I leave this woman who is the PA to the president now, I may not get these specs anymore. So it makes you stay longer. And it makes you able to probably deal with some things better because, there is money there that I am going to have access to in this relationship. So, yes, love is important. But like I said earlier, money is important.
But one thing I've seen, when you go for that reason, the marriage tends not to last for both parties. Because tomorrow, if I see another person having a better money, I'm ready to move. Because since it's money that is my focus.
Well, it happens in both ways. That's what I'm saying. Even when you're in love with somebody, at the end of the day, you see someone that can love you better, you leave. So, there's really no,
But I think it's actually better if most times, even this money we're talking about, it comes in when you have grown your relationship on love.
On love. Okay, well, thank you both very much for weighing in on this topic. We need to take a short break. So thank you, viewers. Please, we'll go on a short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crossfire, and we have been discussing love or money, which is more important. And still with me in the studio is Mr. Oluwafewa Oreduba, who has been supporting money, while Mrs. Noma Odo has been supporting love. And we have been going back and forth trying to know on where we can actually weigh in our discussion, whether to support love or money. Let me come to you now, Mrs. Noma. I have a question here. Are women really contented knowing that a man loves them rather than provide for them? Because in relationship, you always have your ups and downs. So if a man continues to shower a woman with love, with compliments, night and day, will they actually live happily ever after?
There's something about women, yes, most women actually connected to what they hear, what they see.
Okay.
So those compliments and that love, when they see it, they are easily to hold on. If actually it was built on that principle of love. If they came in because of the money, at that point it might be difficult. But if from day one, it's been that love. Even when the tough time comes, most times the lady will be like telling you that, it's going to get better, that we're in this together. But if it's not that way, there's no name that woman will not call you at that point. And especially when, and for some men too, even when they are in love and all that, even when the money is there, they don't even let the woman know. So when issues like this now come up, that the money now diminishes, a woman can really, your presence can just irritate her.
I don't know. How do we actually, I don't know what statistics we might want to give. I think in this generation that we live in, people are more moved by money than love. What actually moves people to get married?
These days that we are in, you're not wrong. A lot of people are out for what a man can offer. That's what maybe they even before you come, they've weighed your shoes, your car, the car you drove, the dress you're wearing, They'll be like, this is Versace, this is this
even
one.
Parents are concerned too. They say, are you sure this man is
can
working,
take care of you and
yes,
all that?
Yes.
It's all beautiful. They even do all these arranging marriages because of money.
Yes.
Let my daughter still belong in the social class. It's all beautiful, but time will tell. Because all that glitters, it's never gold.
Never gold.
It's
I'm
never
sure
gold.
Mr. Oluwafewa wants to weigh in on that too.
Well, I think my opinion is really more on the fact that both the woman has to work.
Yes.
Now, if you are a woman and you have money, your own money, and you're a man that has money, even when challenges come, you can, either party can bear the storm, can weather the storm.
Yes.
But when neither party has money, then it becomes a problem. And then when one party has the money, the person that has the money controls the other person that doesn't have the money. So I am more of the opinion that money is important in relationships. But I'm not saying that the man's money is important in relationship. No, I'm saying money is important. So both parties should have money. The woman should work hard. The man should work hard, so that even when there is a problem, there are issues, the man loses his job, the woman can easily fill in the shoes. So if it's the man that also, if both parties have money, if the man decides, okay, or maybe the woman decides, okay, I want to undergo this project, the man can say, okay, for the period you're doing this project, I can easily take care of the home. But when neither party has money, if there's an illness, you start looking for where do you get money to.
But they have love. So,
but but love ain't gonna do anything.
It will not take care of.
But to fill in those shoes, he's talking about there must be love.
Yes. Well,
there must be love.
To an extent, yes.
To an extent, for you to fill in shoes, to start wearing, being in charge, paying bills and all that.
I think that's where partnership, friendship comes in, because love could win, but what really holds marriages of many years is not necessarily the love that started from day one. It's more or less the friendship you've built over the years. And when you have friendship fueled with money is, it goes a long way.
You're talking about both parties, having money and all of that. I think, well, maybe in this modern society, that really goes well. But in our own African or even Nigerian culture, where would you hear people saying, well, my wife is the breadwinner or the one doing it? Won't that sound a little bit weird?
Well, I think it's more or less about perception. There are many instances right now. There are more women that are the breadwinners in their homes than are men now. But the truth is that the reason why it's not commonplace for you to hear it is because people will ridicule the man. Yes. I've had an instance of a particular man whose wife was earning 6 figures abroad. And the man was stay at home. And then his people in Nigeria were, talking and then said the woman had poisoned him and all of that.
Giving him special food.
All he did was cut them off. Why? Because they were telling him to leave his wife. His wife was earning 6 figures. So I'm supposed to leave my wife that's earning 6 figures and start doing what? All the money I'm sending to you is because she's working. That's why I'm sending you money. So now you're telling me to leave her and do what? So he cut them off and was enjoying his life there. So, that's what I'm saying, that it's the fact that both parties have something, going for them. And I'm not saying that you must have all the money in the world. But when there is something that can fuel your relation, no matter how small, when it's not as if you are looking for where to eat, where to get the next meal, how to do this, how to do that, you can sort out your basic needs. You have the money to do a few things that you desire to do. I think that makes you happy in a relationship.
So, Mr. Oluwafewa, speaking about, both couples actually having contributions, having money to feed the family and take care of their home, in our African culture, does that actually work out? If a man is not able to provide those whatever it is that their daily needs, would you say a woman should leave the man in that kind of situation?
Just to add to what I've been saying, I think now the Bible says that a man that cannot take care of his home is worse than an infidel.
Exactly.
However, taking care of your home does not necessarily mean spending all the money you have on your home. Taking care of your home could also mean being the house husband.
Okay.
Where you are doing the things your wife would normally have done because she's gone to work. So, okay, I've not gotten a job. What stops you from cleaning the house before your wife comes in? You are taking care of your home. What stops you from taking care of the children? You are taking care of your home. But a man that doesn't do anything, doesn't put money, doesn't take care of his home, is what the Bible is saying is worse than an infidel. So in our culture, people will talk, yes, but it's very important that as a man, as a woman, you are contributing something in the home. So you are not just, if you don't have a job, don't just sit back and say, oh, I can't do this kind of job, I can't do this kind of job. Get off your buttocks and get something doing. Make sure your hands are busy doing something and bringing in something into the home. I think that's the most important thing.
But for a man to actually sit at home and change diaper and do all that, there must be love.
Yes, it's love.
Because an African man will not stay at home and do that.
No, I think responsibility is very important. Because there are many men that love but will not do it. There are many men that love, but because of pride or ego, they will not do it. But responsibility, you know that, okay, with my position comes a certain responsibility. I must be able to take care of my home. I must be able to take care of my children. And like I said in the beginning, I'm not advocating against love. That's not what I'm doing, which is what you think I'm saying. I'm not saying love is not important.
But no,
I'm only saying that having money makes you happier. Having money is very important. Love may win. But when there is money, sometimes, even when the love is winning, you can use the money to ignite a relationship. A love that is winning, because her love language is buying of gifts, and you're no more buying gifts. The fact that you have money, okay, sweetheart, let's go out, let me take you out, let me buy you this, let me buy you. You start loving the man again. But if there's no money to buy you anything, at some point you start getting frustrated. And love, you cannot just sit back at home because you just got married, we love each other, and just sit back at home and start loving. No. Money has to be made.
Okay.
But when a man loves and a woman loves, I don't think there is room for pride in it, because love is kind. Love does not puff off itself. It's natural. It just comes. So for a man, I'm still saying that to stay and do those homekeeping, there must be love. How many African men now, even when you're sweeping the house, or even to bath children, can actually do it, whether they are working or they're not working? For them to go that extra mile is those that love that relationship and love the person who is in that relationship with them.
So if you find a man in that kind of situation where he's actually showing the love, he's taking care of this, he's taking care of that, but not able to provide, will you say that that kind of relationship will last?
For me, it will last. Because it's not good today doesn't mean that tomorrow it's not better.
Okay.
Yeah, life, it's just like a coin. Today, the coin has been thrown. There's a side showing. Tomorrow, again, it can change. Just like the situation in Nigeria it's presently. A lot of families are finding it difficult to even feed. But that does not mean that it will last forever. It's just a season.
Okay.
It's just a season. We're in the next level now. It's just a season. By the next election and maybe by next year, what is happening this year might not be the same next year.
The operating word is might and can.
Might, yes.
It's not
Not
good.
sure.
So, that's the truth. Because the fact that it's not better today does not mean it will be better tomorrow. It may never be better.
It's real.
Yes, that's the faith. That's the faith
real.
speaking.
It's
But
real.
realistically,
Hope, love, faith, three of them last forever. So
well,
it's real.
yes, they do. It's
real.
good to have hope. It's good to
Yeah.
have hope.
It's
But
real.
the truth is that it doesn't necessarily mean that it will change. The Bible says there will always be poor people in the land. So it's not a matter of, okay, the poor people will become rich people tomorrow. The Bible doesn't preach that. The Bible says there will always be poor people in the land. So the fact that the poor people always remain in the land tells you that their story may never change.
So you need to work.
So you need to
hard
work,
get that
get
money.
something doing, and then you
Yeah.
can be talking about, if you don't have money in your pocket, I don't know what you're doing loving somebody saying you want to be in a relationship. You don't have money.
It's not that in a relationship money it's not there. It's not needed. But it shouldn't be the bedrock or foundation of that relationship.
What I'm saying is this, and if we're about to round up, I think maybe I should round up on this. What I'm saying is this: money, yes, should be the bedrock. Let money be there. Both of you have something that is coming in.
Yeah.
Then you can now start talking about, okay, I love you. Let the money be there, so that if tomorrow anything happens, someone cannot pay bills, there's a sudden surprise, there's a cushion to fall back on. You don't fall back on love and say, oh, and I love him. No. Or I love her. No. You can dip your pocket and say, okay, let's pay, let me pay for this. Because, yes, the love is there. But because you have money, you can go all out and do some wonderful things for your significant other.
Okay. So
I still don't agree that money should be the bedrock. I think love should be the bedrock. It's not that both of them shouldn't work and bring something to the table. But tomorrow, what if this money vanishes? What would happen? Would the relationship still be there?
They should work harder. They should work harder.
Yeah.
But for them to work harder and still be there for themselves, those trying moments, they must love each other.
Yes, like I said, love is important. But that hard work that is bringing in money is important.
Okay. So yes, love is indeed important. And of course, the money, as it says, I'm not sure you can use that kind of grammar, but it's still allowed. I believe that in relationship, for it to work, for it to build up, yes, you might start with love, but it will not just remain there. You need to keep fueling. You need to keep working hard.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Which is more important in a relationship, love or money? I think we can all agree to an extent that both are important, but we also need to be careful on where you pull more weight. Will you think more of the money, or will you think more of the work? You need to work hard in both instances. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to feel loved. Everyone wants to have that experience of love. But being in love requires work. And most of the time, it requires money too. So we sincerely appreciate our guests for joining us today and for shedding light on this topic. Thank you and God bless you. We also want to thank you, our viewers, for being with us on today's edition of Crossfire. Until next time, keep loving and keep sharing that money. God bless you.